graduated high school with a similar knowledge of math and vaginas.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network, and I'm opening up today with two mysteries of life. First of all, John thinks he has somehow secretly ingested drugs. He's been running around the office all day saying, "Did I somehow take Adderall?"
Well, here's the deal. I couldn't sleep last night. I was jittery in bed. I was all crazy. And then today, I'm obviously tired from not sleeping last night. And like my eyes are darting around like an excited person. Like my eyelids are heavy, but my eyes are going crazy.
Are going crazy, yeah.
And like it seems like a crazy thing. But the only explanation is I accidentally took Adderall.
Like what is more crazy, that you just have all the symptoms and didn't take it, or that somehow you
But
took
I don't
it and
have
didn't realize
Adderall. Like, it's not a thing I have. I couldn't. It's not like I was going to take my medicine or like
You're a heavy sleeper, man. I don't know. Somebody could have got it in there. pop one in.
I'm tired of this fucking snoring. Wake his fat ass up. Like, it's the only explanation, but it's also it's also an impossible explanation.
He said you've said at least 3 times today. Did I take Adderall? Is this possible?
It's
one of life's great mysteries.
The first thing I said when we saw you this morning was like, man, I didn't sleep at all last night, and somehow all day like my eyes have wanted to shut, but it's just
not
physiologically impossible to happen. So there's one thing that does that.
You did Adderall. You blew a line. You somehow just forgot.
I just haven't been drinking either. So like there's no way I could have I didn't black out. There's no space in my life to take accidental drugs. But somehow it might have happened.
You might have like a senior citizen brain. You know, senior citizens have like those jars for their pills that say like it's been like 4 hours since your last dose, and because you're like, I can't remember if I took it or not.
Right.
You might have just had it, took it, and just don't even remember because your brain is mush.
I don't even know where I would acquire Adderall. I haven't done
floor
Adderall
drugs, man.
in
floor drugs. Shout out Liz Meal. What's this? This looks like it. Whatever. The other life mystery is one that is just putting me in a fucking pretzel. I feel like we're pretty well informed guys. We know what we know. We know what we don't know. We'll be the first ones to put our hand up and say, there's a lot of things about girls we don't understand.
Oh boy, here we go.
Like for many years we've said we don't understand how you pee. It's like a fucking broken faucet. Okay,
and at any point during those years, I could have figured it out.
And you guys could have helped us to let us know, but instead we're just fucking a ship without a rudder, just floating in the sea. But I feel like for the most part, I'm pretty well versed in biology and what's going on.
What is well versed?
I know. Okay, fine.
I can play head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Yes, but what? Okay, let me say this. It's been a long time since I've heard something that I had no clue about. And this I have no clue about. Like, I did not even know this was a thing. I can't tell you the ins and outs of all of the anatomy and shit, but I understand some of these processes. There's an Instagram video up right now on the Chicks page. I'm going to go as far to say that I think this is a prank. I think that the girls got together in their monthly meeting and said, let's make something up about our pussies and confuse the fuck out of guys.
So the guys are like, oh, 2020, it got us again.
Because there's nobody who's even explaining this. There's this video of this girl, and this noise is disgusting.
Wait.
I mean...
yeah.
Did I just start my period? No, I think she's just cleaning herself. Yeah, she's cleaning herself right now.
Okay, so first of all,
fake.
let me tell you something first of all. I thought the splash was I thought she was halfway in a pool. So
she's just sitting there.
Yeah, no, I see that now. I thought it was an organic thing.
There's no way your pussy makes that loud of a noise.
Well, no, that's an added noise.
Okay, but what so that's what I'm saying. This whole thing is now fucking fabricated.
They're talking about drip. Okay, so I want to make things something very, very first of all here. I graduated high school with a similar knowledge of math and vaginas. They didn't make me stay. They're like, you can go out into the world, but you'll do nothing great in these fields. Like they would do.
Go on and subsist, son, but you shall not achieve.
Like, we know, in the high school newsletter, we're not going to be like 20 years being like, John Feilenberg, class 2006 is He's done something great in math, and I can't even make a joke about it because I don't know words for either of them. He's just done math things or vagina things.
He's encountered both of those. Basics of all of it.
I have the basic
Jack of all trades,
thing for them to
master
go.
of none.
Right.
Right.
All right, you'll be fine.
Right.
You can survive out
Right.
there. But I had no idea vaginas were self-cleaning ovens.
I don't know if they are. I'm just saying I haven't heard one explanation. All I've seen is girls in the comments going, it's so funny how guys are confused.
Right.
I think this is a viral hoax. We're going to make guys think that there's a fucking Roomba inside our pussy. Because why else would you even be filming this? You would never know. You would never know what's about to happen. Why is this girl getting filmed?
I mean, the whole thing's a joke.
So-
But I think she's not actually
So that's what I mean.
experiencing that
This
feeling.
whole thing is
It's
made
all
up.
created.
If it was like if she was doing something normal and then was like, oh, like in an awkward moment, like the noise is fabricated, the video is fabricated. I think this is a hoax.
But I mean, it's like just making like a joke fart video. Like it happens.
I guess
you didn't actually fart.
Yeah,
in
okay.
that
All right.
moment.
All right. You're right. Okay.
But I'm not saying I would believe this happens. I'm just saying like the joke behind it makes sense.
Okay.
You can do that.
So someone was like, let's make a viral video about our pussies being self-cleaning.
I don't know if I want to know. Nick, what does it mean?
Nick,
I have no
Oh, he's
idea.
got a computer, dude.
can you go? I mean, yeah, we haven't even tried Google yet.
I was just gonna learn when people tweet at us.
Like, I initially thought that it was like, I thought of your period as self-cleaning. Like, you're getting all the fucking gunk
Oh,
out.
those are sloughing uterine walls. I
Sloughing
know
is
that
cleaning.
phrase.
Yeah, sloughing. Then I'm thinking about pH. I know pH is a big to-do. Are we talking about, regulating your pH? It's a self-cleansing organ. Holy shit. Using discharge
to clean itself and carry dead cells out of the body to prevent infections. So those secretions are nothing to be ashamed of. When does this happen? Is this something like, do you have 2 periods a month? Is this like,
No,
this is my cleaning period and this is my no baby period? Is
This is...
boy, and if you miss one of those,
Neither are good. Which one do you want to miss more? I mean... Oh, so this is why they say you shouldn't douche and you shouldn't do it, because guess what? Your pussy does it itself.
oh, it's like your hair. That's like, adding
as,
shampoo is bad. Chemicals are bad. It takes care of itself.
or as guys have been doing pre-corona, our hands. I mean, looking at this, like the actual explanation makes a lot of sense to me. Like, there's a lot of things in your body that's doing that.
It's a tube of muscle inside. So
You know,
yeah,
your kidneys, your liver, everything's always like filtering shit out. You know what I mean? But the idea of it being like your pussy is just like let me spit it out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, it's like an old guy going to the toilet. You know, like when an old guy gets to the urinal, he just like spits. I don't know why all old guys spit before they take a piss, but
They
all
do.
of them do. I was like, here it is.
They do.
Been holding this in for 6 years.
I picture it when you're at like Wrigley and you're at like a trough too. You're like, you're almost spitting on me, sir. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, dude, if you spit on it, I'm gonna pull it, just so you know.
I hope that I hope the girls were laughing about us being grossed out and now they're the ones fucking puking. I mean, so they just wanted to get it out there that there's good old vaginal function, like daily function cleaning, huh?
Yeah, I mean, look, I get like, nice to know.
You know what? Maybe that explains why their underwear is always a fucking catastrophe.
Yeah, like
Maybe that explains why it looks like a camel spitting your thong.
If I use my boxers to soap and shampoo every day, it'd probably be a fucking mess as well. That's not you fucking showered with your boxers, just using them as a loofah, and then put them on, and then at the end of the day, your girl will be like, "What is wrong with you?" Like, just trying to get like you, babe.
Self-cleaning. Self-cleaning.
Our penis is self-cleaning. See, I'm not.
Well, penis is an external organ, right?
Okay. But like, there's
But I bet you
internal
there's
stuff in it.
Yeah, well,
Is that why I pee my pants so hard?
it's just a discharge. Just a cleaning discharge. Nick is quick with the Google. Well, the foreskin, yeah. If you're not circumcised, I think that there's a lot of shit going on.
You got to
right there.
do
You
that
gotta
shit
clean it.
yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's some outward shit.
You know what the problem? You know how fucking preposterous is it that our nuts just have to be less hot than the rest of our body? Like, why aren't nuts just?
I don't know,
able
but I love it.
Yeah.
People who don't like nuts are fucking stupid.
I think if I could be normal, like if I was the only one without balls, that'd be a problem. But if none of us had balls, I think that'd be better for the cause.
I don't know, man. I wake
What
up.
do balls really bring to the table?
Laughs. I've had so many laughs in my life out of my balls.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, well, all right,
But
so-
I'm talking personally.
Right.
Just
You know,
with
like not
myself.
sexually, just like these are funny.
Sexually, sometimes locker rooms, sometimes. But I
Just
make up. I wake up on a long ball day, and
they're
I just
so
pendulum it. That is funny.
You ever go back up and down instead of side to side?
That up and down is dangerous.
You can clap it. You can make it clap.
You can also catch it the wrong way. End up alone in the house yelling naked in the fetal position. Like, I got my nuts.
You're right. I'll keep balls just for
and
that.
You know what? I think they're funny when they're small
But
too. When it's cold,
when they're tight.
It's like it's a little armadillo shell.
They're like, hunker down, boys. It's a little bit cold today. Let's batten down the hatches.
I picture him like man on a fishing ship.
I picture it in 300 when you lock your shields together, so it's just one big dome that saves you. They move forward and lock them up again. Man. Today's episode is brought to you by Owen's Mixers.
Also, by the way, we got fucking Schmidt on the episode today. Max Greenfield, Schmidt.
Man, we got it. We got it. We got a heater for you. It's brought to you by Owen's Mixers because the Barstool Transfusion mix is out. Now, Cryan Riggs invented this along with Owens. It's Transfusion, big time golf course drink, big time summer drink. It's got grape juice and ginger ale in the mixer. You put it together with a little New Amsterdam vodka. Preferably, I think at least
a little performance for those watching too. So, you don't even need a glass. Bang.
Look at you.
One step.
You're gonna do a little.
No, I'm just gonna pour this in there.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna do it in your belly. Like, I got a transfusion in my belly. Yeah, that really is perfect.
Right? So
And
I was
then
just looking
tap.
around. I was like, we don't even have glasses here. We're
Don't
gonna
even
drink
need
this. Oh, figured it out.
I mean, I'm drinking these all day. Maybe that explains today's opening. I've had several transfusions.
You had several transfusions. I somehow accidentally took drugs.
Next thing you know, we're talking about balls swinging. So Owens has jumped on board, but they're with Foreplay. They're on board with Friday Night Pints. They've got what else do they got? They have mint cucumber mix. They've got
This is big fire.
big fire.
This is big
great
fire.
for the summer. Mint, cucumber, lime. Those three things you put into anything, and it's like, okay, now it's a summer drink.
It's so
They've got
classy
the,
too. You're like, what is this? You'll look at
some
what's in here?
mint cucumber zest.
Little cucumber, little mint.
Yeah.
Woo!
They've
Look at you,
got
class.
they've got like dark and stormy type drinks, with ginger. They've got all the classics, all the hits, but this one right here, this is the granddaddy. The transfusion mix in the perfect little bottle, perfect little can. Like I said, get it with some New Amsterdam vodka. Drink them on the course, drink them on the beach, drink them for the summer. It's perfect amount of sweet, perfect amount of a little bit of bite with the ginger, and you're gonna get your buzz on with the great taste of Owens mixers. So you can get
That's delicious.
the transfusion mix or any of the other mixers you can get on Owens' site, or you can go to the Barstool store, store.barstoolsports.com, or check out a local liquor store or Packy store or whatever you call it. They might have them in shop as well. So get your Owens mixers and drink your Barstool Foreplay transfusions. I thought this was going to be the funniest topic of the day. Clearly not.
It's all downhill from here, folks.
It really is. Just turn it off now. We'll see you next week.
Fast forward to Schmidt.
But there is a little movement at Barstool with the Doge coin that I can't fucking get enough of. I don't know. Doge, Dog.
It's
Dodge.
Doge.
Dogecoin. Okay.
No one's ever said it to me, but
Okay, it's
that's
Doge.
I like Doge.
Dogecoin, the TikTokers of the world decided they're going to flex and they're going to do a pump and dump scheme, and they're going to get Dogecoin to go from like 0.00001 pennies to a full penny which
I thought it was to $1.
they wanted to go to $1.
I thought it was.
Well, they got a
$1.
long way to go.
Yeah, I think it's.
We're
to
still
$1.
at fractions of a penny.
I mean, I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure Nick. I think Nick's gonna check it out. I love having Nick as like stat guy now. This is unbelievable.
Jamie, pull it up. So Quiggs is our resident TikTok guy, and he got on this. Now I think this is a
By the
Quiggs
way,
thing.
can I just say something about TikTok too?
Yeah.
If you have been
those words?
around people who have like gotten into TikTok,
Yeah.
as just viewers of the app, it's a goddamn fucking nightmare. And I don't mean people who tweet about it or anything like that. I mean being in the same room as someone
people
on
who's a
TikTok
TikToker, yeah.
is not. No, they don't have to be a TikToker, but it's someone who likes using TikTok because the app opens up, just punches you right in the fucking teeth.
Yeah.
Music blaring, boom,
Yep.
and then it doesn't stop.
Right.
It's
Just
not like an app you
going.
can listen to silently. It's just
So it's like, what are you doing, dude? It's like, I'm
Ev-
looking at my TikTok.
right. Like,
It's
we'll get
when
some
there's other
fucking
people-
headphones
right,
then.
Right, or leave the fucking room.
I dealt with my sisters. It's a bit.
Or
of,
it's
a
like
bit
you're
of
in the middle of a conversation and they're like, so what are you doing? You having a seizure? I'm TikToking.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get it to $1.
Holy shit, we got a ways to go. We got a ways to go, but I believe anything's possible with the push of TikTok. I believe that anything's possible with a Quiggs scheme. And there are it's like Greer and Quiggs, Joey Langone, Mikey Podcast, a lot of like some of the behind the scenes guys are all getting down with the Dogecoin movement and pushing it hard. I think they're now the drivers of it more so than these TikTok kids. And the excitement is fucking palpable. By the way, it doesn't matter how low a Dogecoin is. It just matters how much you buy and what the volatility. You could make money off Dogecoin if you buy enough of it. I don't know if it was real. I never know. Quiggs is one of those guys. I'm like, I DM'd him. I was like, is this fucking real? Is this all a fucking joke? He's one of those guys like Nick and KB. I keep it at arm's length. I'm like, you're playing a prank on me. Do pussies really clean themselves? What's going on here? But he posted that someone bought like 2 million Dogecoins the other day. And because I tweeted Quiggs and I said, can you buy me some Dogecoin? Because I don't even know how the fuck I would go about that. And he said, how much do you want? And I was like, I would like 1,000 Dogecoins, please. And someone tweeted back, that's $5. And I was like, let's make it 100,000 then. I mean, and the KFC mush struck. The Dogecoin went down instantly, but it's back on the rise now. But there is, and this is where I kind of understand the gambling itch a little bit when you're all on the over or you all have the same pick or whatever. But the Dogecoin, like, infectious nature was fucking unbelievable. I was like, I am brothers in arms with these guys now. We are riding for the Doge.
I was just trying to buy a Dogecoin. I threw it to Google. Tough. Looks
It's
tough.
hard. I mean, remember,
Yeah.
remember you had to get Coinbase to buy.
Well, I still
Bitcoin?
have Coinbase.
Could you
So
buy
when
it
I
there?
say I threw to Google, I just meant I went to Coinbase.
I bought
And-
$5,000 worth of Bitcoin that's just got to be gone by now.
No, but Bitcoin, like I think, is doing well.
No, but I just mean it's got to be gone. Like someone stole that from me and I don't even know it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I
you don't have Coinbase.
I had like that was like 3 phones ago. I haven't.
Right.
I don't even have the app on my phone anymore. I wouldn't even know how to log in. Someone looked at that and was like, "This has been inactive for so long." It's not-
I got emails.
Yeah?
I've gotten emails sporadically saying like you have to continue to verify your because I have never even looked at Coinbase again since we
Yeah.
like since
Since it tanked.
the heyday.
I mean, I bought it at like the literal peak. I might be doing better, but I don't think it's ever back to where it was. Is it?
I couldn't
Because it was in like a but Dogecoin, fractions of a penny. I know Tommy Smokes made like $800 off of it. He had like other crypto and he dumped it all into Doge and then it went up and he's like, I made fucking $500 that hour.
Really?
So like the fun, Greer was like, I've had 2 dreams my entire life. 1, to be a part of a pump and dump scheme. 2, get arrested for a white collar crime. We've already got 1 down and we might have number 2 as well. He also tweeted, he was like,
I was gonna say like, isn't that you can knock those both out in one swing?
oh yeah, big time. It's about to happen.
Are pump and dump schemes usually so public?
That's the thing is like, can you even get in trouble if it was like, I said I was doing it, sir.
Quiggs has been saying this isn't, I don't think, regulated by the SEC.
Yeah,
yet.
all that, right.
So
right.
that's why he's
that's
been able to
huge.
just like
Because it's fucking made up. It's like dog's face. The video, somebody tweeted Quiggs and said, can you sell me on Dogecoin? Why should I buy it? And he just tweeted back a TikTok that's just like a fucking techno song and a dog's face rising on the charts. That's it. That's the only thing he had to sell. And someone else was like, oh, like I lost money on Davey Day Trader or something like that. He's like, can I interest you in a cryptocurrency that's not regulated by the SEC? Everything is so funny about it. Someone, Greer said, if Patrick Mahomes invested the full $503 million US in Dogecoin, he'd have $903 million by now. Like, it's just, yeah, look at that. So somebody bought 51 million Dogecoins. They bought 2.5 million Doge.
My thing with this though is like I feel like I already missed it.
Well, okay, so
I'm not-
I will
I'm
admit,
not- I don't miss the making money aspect of it. I don't care about that. I mean, I missed like
the fun
I'm
of-
late to the party now.
I was late, so like you're like I jumped in. I was watching it on Twitter, and I got a little high last night, and I was enjoying myself, and I was like, I was tears like that. The fucking dog face is so funny, and so I was like, fuck it, I got FOMO. Let me get in on it, and even I was like, this is like the dad showing up to the party. Like, can I play beer pong? So it is late, but also if it does go like Quiggs was like, tomorrow's going to be electric one way or the other. We're going up, we're going down, but it's going.
What is it done today?
I think it's
you
up
saying
a
he means
little-
tomorrow?
No, he meant today, and I think it actually wasn't that crazy. But I said to him like, he bought for me, and I was like, I'll like cash app you the money, and he was like, hopefully I'll be sending you money tomorrow. So fucking this fucking dog. It's 0.0004668 of a penny, but it's up 15%. So if you bought 951 million Dogecoins and you had a $2.5 million investment, it's up 15%. You're caking it right now.
I tweeted yesterday.
Wait, but it's not 0.004 of a penny. It's half a penny. It's
no.
almost at a penny.
No.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
I did the math thing earlier.
You covered your bases. We're good.
I tweeted yesterday. A Shroot buck is like 0.0001.
So we're close to Shroot buck categories.
That's the best conversion right now because like yesterday when you bought, it was at 30 Shroot bucks. So
When that dude tweeted me, that's $5, dude. I was like, 100,000 Doge, please. There's almost some fun in that, though.
What is this special? This is trending up here. J.K. Rowling calls for an end to cancel culture. No fucking shit.
Wait, what did she say? J.K. Rowling calls for an end to cancel culture. There are two people right now that I am team. I'm team Bryson DeChambeau, and I don't think anybody else in the world is. And at this point, I think I got no choice but to be team J.K. Rowling. This bitch does not shut the fuck up. She says whatever comes to her mind at all times. And at some point, it's got to be like you're just stirring the pot. But J.K. Rowling, I mean, she's been done with her
She's
books
also
for a
like
minute.
a just win baby. Like,
Yeah.
like you keep putting out hits.
Right.
I mean, she's
Say
written
what you
what,
want.
like 15 books at this point?
Right.
Plays and movies. Like, you can say whatever. Wow, everyone signed this thing, huh?
What is this?
This is a list. By I say everyone, I just mean I see a lot of names. I haven't read any
Oh,
of
this
them.
is the fucking the Minifan fucking moron sent me this, being like, oh, so you don't think cancel culture exists because a bunch of fucking dickhead celebrities signed a letter? No,
But who
no, I do
are
not.
any of these celebrities? I only recognize.
no.
it
I'm
says
sure.
like scholars,
Author,
writers.
Yale University, poet. Okay, you dickheads. A bunch of poets signed a fucking petition, and now all of a sudden cancel culture exists. You goddamn
Oh,
morons.
Malcolm Gladwell got in there because that fucking idiot. He went from being the smartest
He
guy in
had
the
the
world,
keys to the castle,
and like
and he
everyone just
blew
thinks
it.
he's so fucking stupid now. I don't know why. I just know everyone.
I think
thinks
he
that.
just said something that's probably, you know what, he got canceled. But he's like too smart for his own good. He probably said something like, it doesn't matter what race you are. And it's like, fuck you, burn in hell. Nobody's important on this.
I'm scanning names, but none are jumping out except Gladwell and. Is that Mia Khalifa up there?
No way.
No, it's Kyle Khalifa. I just saw Khalifa. But I was gonna say
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin.
Get
Buy
in on it. Buy, and never sell. That's what Craig said to me. He said something like, hold on for the ride, like sell at the top, but that's a trick question because we don't sell here. Too good. We got a couple voicemails. We do have Schmidt, Max Greenfield from New Girl on the show today. We'll get into a bunch of Am I the Assholes because we had like a week off and Am I the Asshole went off. Like,
Really?
I mean, everyone I saw was just like, holy shit, this world is fucking crazy. But first, we got to do a couple more current events. They're brought to you by Manscaped. You listen, your balls are hanging. They're hanging low. They're pulled up tight like an armadillo. Sometimes, I don't know, is it easier? Is it harder? I think they both have their challenges when you're trying to manscape. When it's low, it feels like there's more surface area.
But when I'm on low, I get thrown over the shoulder.
Feels like there's more to trim. But when they're tight, There's a lot of topography to navigate, you know? So you need something like Manscaped, which has
Trying to shave a basketball. Balls are funny,
They
man.
really are, man. It's like if someone said, "Go mow the lawn," and you went out to the lawn and it was one of those driveways with gravel in it. It's like, how can I mow this? How can I do that? You can do it with the Perfect Package 3.0 and the Lawnmower 3.0. It has a nick-proof guarantee because the blade is made out of ceramic materials rather than like metal. They have the crop cleanser, which can clean your hair and keep your skin healthy, an all-in-one formula if you're using it for your chest or your body hair. All the skin-safe technology on all the trimming equipments, all of the deodorizing and skin moisturizing benefits from the crop preservers and the ball deodorant and the moisturizers. That way you're not going to get any chafing. It's they got the crop reviver and a testy toner that'll give you a little pep in your step, which I feel like you ever put Icy Hot on the wrong place.
Yeah.
I feel like we're doing this on purpose. Like, that'll wake you up in the morning.
I was at hockey camp once, and this kid would go around knocking on doors, people's rooms, and be like, "Give me $5, I'll put ice on my balls." And everyone was like, "It's done. There you go." And he was
Like, buddy, I would have done it for 50.
It wasn't like one time. It was like he'd do it in that room, and he'd hear him knock on the next door. Hey, if you guys give me $5, put ice on my balls. Next nut.
Guys are so dumb. So stupid. So you get the Perfect Package with a new blade refill for your lawnmower trimmer delivered to your door every 3 months when you subscribe. And for a limited time, subscribers are going to get 2 free gifts: the Shed Travel Bag, which is worth $40, and the patented high-performance, reduced chafing Manscaped Boxer Briefs. So you got the razor, the moisturizer, the deodorant, the underwear. I mean, it's everything to make sure that your junk is smooth and smelling good. Go to manscaped.com, use the promo code KFC, get 20% off your order plus free shipping. That's manscaped.com, promo code KFC. Trim your chesticles with the besticles and get 20% off. Kanye's just jumped the shark.
Kanye has 1,000% jumped the shark.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Sad. It's sad.
It's sad.
It used to be a point we've argued about him over the years, and now it's just like
circles
but
for
there's
like
but
hours.
There's just no argument to even be made anymore. That's a sad thing.
It's so Kanye West has gone on Forbes. He went on. Forbes called him or set up an interview where they participated in a 4-hour rambling rant.
I mean, could you
from
imagine 4
Kanye
hours
West.
of anything, let alone the ramblings of a fucking lunatic?
And they said at points during the interview he would just break out into rap. But I do want to read you the introduction because it is interesting. It says, for much of the phone calls, his core message strategically
was over the phone?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Was that he has 30 days to make a final decision about running for president. At that point, he says he'd missed filing the deadline for most states, though he believes an argument could be made to get on any ballots he'd missed, citing coronavirus issues. I'm speaking with experts. I'm speaking with Jared Kushner at the White House with Biden, says West. He has no campaign apparatus of any kind. His advisors right now, he says, are the 2 people who notably endorsed him on the 4th. His wife, Kim Kardashian West, and Elon Musk, of whom he says, we've been talking about this for years. Adds West, I proposed to him he'd be the head of our space program. An hour into the interview, the hedging was done. He says he definitely plans to run in 2020. He says the campaign slogan is yes. His running mate, Michelle Tidball, an obscure preacher from Wyoming. And why the birthday party? Because when we win, it's everybody's birthday.
Corny!
If it all sounds like a parody or a particularly surreal episode of the Keeping Up with the Kardashians, West doesn't seem to be in on it. Calling from his ranch near Cody, Wyoming, where he says that he registered to vote for the first time on Monday, West denies it is a publicity stunt for his upcoming album. I give away my album for free, he says. A week after he ended 2 separate this is crazy too. A few weeks after he ended 2 separate text chains with me with the message Trump 2020 and a fist raised high, he insists he's now lost confidence in the president. It looks like one big mess to me, he says. I don't like that I caught wind that he hid in the bunker. West also says that he contracted...
That was the drawing. Like, that was
right, that was it. He said contracted coronavirus in February, though he maintains that he had nothing to do with his thoughts on running this year. So, like, that's basically it. it says Trump. He says he won't say much more about Trump.
Yeah, I mean, he went on to say he's not going to take a corona vaccine because that's the mark of the beast. That
It's what he's
abortion's
done is
white supremacy. Voting Democrats a sign of white supremacy.
I do
It's
think
just like you're just saying buzzwords that you like heard on the internet, man.
I think at a time I've obviously argued this. I thought Kanye West was a true original.
Yeah.
I thought he was amazing
Yeah.
and crazy in like a creative way, but like in a funny way too. Like I thought he had a great sense of humor about
Entertaining
everything.
about it, yeah.
And like my favorite Kanye story of all time is that at his wedding in Paris or wherever it was, in Europe they got married. After they had sent home Rob for being too fat, Kanye came downstairs in his tuxedo and saw a white bar, and he hated it. So in his wedding tux, he's that ready for his wedding. He got a hacksaw, a handsaw, sawed the bar in half, bent it ajar a bit, took 2 2x4s, nailed it to the bar, and he said, as he walked away, he said, "Has anyone done anything as creatively important as me or as Yeezy this year?" Or something along those lines.
He said, anybody who has a problem with this, did you ever put out anything that was as culturally relevant as Jesus was?
Right. And like that's fucking hilarious. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Right.
But that's hilarious.
And it's swagger and it's cocky and it's harmless and it's funny.
But
and
now
it's
Kanye
just like-
West is a woman named Betty on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like coronavirus is the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
And fucking what is it? Abortion is white supremacy.
I mean, he
And,
turned
like,
into anti-vaxxer MAGA guy. It's like there's plenty of you, bro.
right. You
That's
are
not
the
original.
exact opposite of an original. There's nothing unique. There's nothing fun. There's nothing creative about you anymore.
Yeah.
You are just a fucking repeat of 1,000 white women we've
Right.
seen in a black guy's body.
Right.
That's not creative or original. to
I
me.
saw a clip of him the other day from 2007, and I think it was at like Live Aid or one of those charity festivals, and it was him, John Mayer, and Sting were playing together, and I can't remember which song he played. But John Mayer's like shredded. It was crazy because I think John Mayer's like a megastar, and John Mayer was like a part of the band. He was like over there, and this is like the Sting and Kanye show, and it was more so like the Kanye show. So we had like major stars on stage, and it was the Kanye show, and he's doing his song, and Sting's like freestyling with the guitar, and he starts to freestyle, and he's like, "Sting, you're the only police who's good in the hood," and it was like this, put your hands in the air, and I was like, I know it's so cliche to say like old Kanye is great, but it's just like it went from like old Kanye music to like old Kanye, like your personality stinks now.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right, right.
That's even worse. If you change your style musically, whatever. I don't like it anymore, but some people do. When you change your personality and like change like who you are, and you do these things that feel so transparent and fake and contrived, it's like, well, that undoes like everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That makes all of it seem like it was an act or whatever. You know, but
There's-
it's like, and I mean, like, it's the birthday party.
the birthday party. Are you fucking
For a
kidding me?
guy who's supposed to be a rapper and a wordsmith and
And don't get me wrong, we're not like tricked into thinking he's actually doing this.
No, but the fact
like
that
this
that's
is a
even
lame
his-
publicity
Yeah,
stunt. It's not
right,
a creative,
okay, like,
fun
fine.
publicity stunt.
Do a publicity
Like,
stunt. Do it well though.
This is a publicity stunt that's already like again. You used to be the creative. You used to be the guy who had foresight and all that stuff. And like this is a publicity stunt that was tried just last campaign.
Every
the guy
time.
happened to fucking win. But even he's pissed about that. But like Kanye did.
Yeah,
like,
there's
they,
been
dude, they just
plenty.
did this.
Remember Larry Flint used to be on the ballot, and fucking Joe Exotic was at debates. Like, you're not the first guy to think of running for president as a publicity stunt. Come up with the next thing.
Right.
Do the next crazy thing. And instead,
And like
it's just
even like
eh.
the president thing was fun for a little while until someone won it, and it's like, well, that one's not fun anymore.
Yeah, now it's a
So,
problem. Yeah, so don't even like and then he
You
said,
just stink at it.
he's like, I don't care if I take away votes from Trump.
Said he wants to turn fucking Washington D.C. into Wakanda. Like that was he was like I'm gonna use like Wakanda as a guide. Like, well, that's a comic book.
Yeah,
bro.
it's not real.
Like that.
It's a fucking magical, technologically advanced city from the future. So not happening, man. You dumb asshole. So we're off Kanye West and we're on to Am I the Asshole? Let's get right into it because, like I said, man, we were on a heater for a minute there. I spent the past like 10 days just going through and throwing out likes. And let me get through them. Let's start with, and I'll try to go like rapid fire through them because we can dig into these things. But this is a funny one we can do quickly. But it just shows how like different guys and girls are because this is a problem that guys will run into and like come up with something real quick. And this girl went to the goddamn internet to try to figure it out. I'm not sure what my boyfriend's name is, and it's too late to ask. We met on Tinder. His name is Shriram. I'm pretty sure he just goes by the second syllable. Not entirely sure.
Wait, can you spell again? Sorry.
Shriram. So I would just say like that's Sharam.
Right.
He goes by the second syllable, not entirely sure. And I'm not sure if it's pronounced like Ram or Ram. I introduced him to my roommate and I was like, hey, this is the special guy I told you about. I hoped he'd say his name when he introduced himself to her, but he didn't. We've been in a relationship for a month. I can't ask what his name is now. I Googled Sharam pronunciation and can't find results. I find that very hard to believe too. You can there's something on YouTube for fucking every pronunciation, you know? So she's asking, so then the other day he asks her, and I think this is a dude who knows. I think this is a Seinfeld situation where he's like, she hasn't said my name in a month. He says, can you scream my name during sex? And she said, sure. And now I'm in urgent need to know of his name. Is it pronounced Shriram, 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 Shriram? She has every fucking combination there. And she doesn't know what to do. She's 23, he's 26. And
I don't give a fuck about people not knowing my name. I don't
well,
think
yeah,
he
no
cares.
self-respect.
Right? Like first of all, just bite the pillow and say it. But like,
you're fucking me so good. I blacked out. I can't remember your name.
I never ever will.
You know what? If a guy asks you, we've said this many times before back in the day, great default, just tell me you're sore. Tell me, right? Like, oh my God, you're fucking me so deep. He won't care about his name, whatever.
I think it probably stems from just growing up with a name that people find hard to pronounce. So I just stopped caring.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever, fuck it. Like, who gives a shit about a name? What's in a name? Kind of deal.
Right.
And
has it ever happened with a girlfriend though?
With a girlfriend, no. With my very best friend, yes.
Yeah.
I knew my best friend for 2 years, and he wasn't asking for Feidelberg. He's asking what my name was.
John?
Yeah, we were walking into a Red Sox game.
Because he always called you Feidelberg?
Yeah, he always come in fights. So we're walking up Lansdowne Street, and he just looks over, and like he had driven. It's like we were young enough where like he has a license now, and I don't. So he's a little older than me. So he's like kind of like my friend I looked up to, and he just like looks at me with like the saddest eyes. He's like, "Yo, man, what's your name?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "I know everything about you, but like,
don't even know your name.
What's your first name?"
That's also a difference in guys and girls. Like, we're just gonna say it. Like, I don't know your fucking name, dude. I mean, I think in this situation, over the course of a month, you have to get your friend to bite the bullet and be like, what's your name?
Right. That's a fucking easy solution.
Like,
I hadn't even thought about that.
This she has bad friends, you know?
Yeah.
Like when she said I introduced him as this special guy, the friend needs to say, oh, you're the special guy. She's like, what's your name? And then it's done.
I'd be like, hasn't she said it?
Yeah. I hope that this guy does know what's going on and he just keeps dancing around it. Oh, we just go like, I'm Mr. Special Guy. Like, that's my new name, whatever. But, you know, it's why she's probably some white girl who's just never met a guy named Shriram ever.
Yeah. I've never seen that name, I don't think.
I would struggle with it, but I don't think I would let this go on for a month. I would figure out something.
Oh, no, I'd let it go on forever.
Would I be the asshole for telling my husband he can't masturbate in the shower? Now, wait for it though. Ever since we've been together, my husband, 34, has been masturbating in the shower and lying to me about it. I don't care that he looks at porn or masturbates, but he's got a gross habit. He does it in a dry shower.
Oh my God.
You read the title and you're like, you can't stop a guy from jerking off in the shower. When the water's not running and you're not taking a shower, you can't jerk off into the fucking tub. So he says, she says he leaves the evidence splattered in all directions and then entirely denies it. When she dragged him in there and pointed it out, he said, I don't know, it's shampoo or something. I confronted him about this countless times because I think it's revolting that I've had to scrub his dried semen out of the tub. But when we moved somewhere with 2 bathrooms, I told him that he needed to limit his activities to the spare bathroom. He still vehemently denied it.
That's a dangerous game because you're going to go in there, it's going to be like a fucking just a Jackson Pollock all over the place. You don't go see the spare bathroom for a few months. Go in there, it just stinks like dry cum.
Now, plot twist. They're having a baby. and the spare room is becoming the nursery. So the nasty bathroom is attached to our baby's room. I want to nip this in the bud before we start potty training because my kid shouldn't be subjected to that. I've been complaining that there's a musty smell in there.
Oh my God.
I pulled back the drain. I don't even know what this means. It's approaching pony jar status. What's a pony jar?
I'm guessing a jerked off horse. Don't Google that.
Absolutely Google pony jar. It's got to be some sort of jar you're just coming in, right?
I think it's like a jar of horse semen.
Oh my God. Would I be the asshole if I insisted he stop masturbating in the shower? I mean,
This is crazy time. Dude, you ever been on the toilet, right? And you're looking at Instagram?
oh
yeah,
boy.
no, don't show. I don't want to do it today. I don't want to do it today. I can't do it. Like, I have to limit this how often this happens, and like I don't want to do it today.
So it's an old meme where a guy showed his pony jar. It's a mason jar with a My Little Pony doll, and he's trying to fill it up with semen.
Absolutely
Oh my
vile.
God, absolutely not.
fucking
The
vile.
color is disgusting.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah,
we're
that's
good.
good.
Yeah.
But like, right? You ever been like on the toilet and you're like looking at Instagram in a shared bathroom, even in your own bathroom, any bathroom of any kind ever, and you're like, well, fuck, I'm horny. Whoops. All right. Well, I've been in a pretty good position to take care of this real quick.
Yeah.
And
this
then-
would be the better place to do it than like the kitchen or the
right.
you know.
And then if you came, you inspect that.
You
toilet,
gotta
like,
clean it up.
You're like, what if I look at that thing like I'm a fucking cleaning lady. I'm
Yes.
like, all right. Was there like I can't leave cum on a toilet? That would be fucking crazy.
It's got to all be gone.
right. And this guy's just coming all over his wife's shower.
A dry bathroom is fucking
Why would you want to do
disgusting.
that?
Absolutely. I mean, that's
You should be ashamed of masturbating. That's
Yeah.
what we learn as a young boy.
Yeah, right.
Clean up all the evidence.
I mean, these are clearly Jews. They don't have the Catholic guilt. you got to have the
is that
Catholic
a thing?
guilt.
Jewish people don't get.
No, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it was
I think
instilled in us.
Jewish guilt would cover. Jewish guilt's got guilt.
Yeah, about sex
Jews-
and jerking off and stuff.
I think they do.
I just know that the Catholics do. You're not supposed to do anything with your dick or your pussy until you're fucking dead. You know, like let me jerk off.
I mean, Jewish guilt. I mean, Larry David. I don't know what the difference between Catholic guilt and Jewish guilt is, but I know Larry David.
Yeah, Jewish guilt. Yeah,
that's definitely a thing.
All right, so maybe all of us are afraid to jerk off.
I think every religion takes guilt. To be honest.
Yeah, that's like the main
I mean,
motivator.
that's part of religion,
Right.
isn't it? Yeah,
That's the
every
main
religion's
thing.
like, yeah, it's the classic us guilt. No, it's just human beings. We're all embarrassed and ashamed of ourselves at all times.
I mean, that's great. That's why I think that that religion is just nuts that we even buy into it. It's just like you just have to tell yourself all the time that you're terrible. Just fucking do that. I'm trying to find.
Yeah, like, I don't need any help, bro.
Yeah,
I don't
like,
need a
trust
book
me,
on how to do it.
We're already there,
ahead of
man.
the
I
game.
don't need to read 10,000 pages on this. I can't find
It's like
it.
when you like transfer colleges. Probably something pretty unique to me.
You know, you transfer colleges 6 times.
Yeah. And you got to retake a class, and you're like, I'm not even gonna get the book on this. I know how to do this shit. Gonna waste my money on this fucking textbook.
I can't find. I quote tweeted this and I can't find it, but I'm gonna paraphrase this one. The girl whose boyfriend kept disappearing into the bathroom with a stick of butter, and coming out of the bathroom with no stick of butter.
What?
She said he would walk in there with like a fucking rectangular brick of butter, be in there for like 45 minutes. He comes out, no stick of butter in his hand, no sign of the butter in the bathroom. And I just quote tweeted and I said, your boyfriend's sticking sticks of butter up his ass. I don't know it, but I know it.
I mean, I know.
Yeah, okay, you found it. I searched that exact fucking phrase and it just didn't. Twitter search is the worst.
I searched because I remember responding saying he's a human chicken Kiev.
I mean, it's a long one. I've been dating my boyfriend for 2 years. We just moved in together. I just started to notice this butter habit. And what did she say there at the end, Nick? Like, she confronts him and she asks him to stop doing it?
Don't tell my girlfriend this guy exists because I might be in trouble. We went shopping. We went food shopping for 4th of July weekend, and we got the groceries for the house. I want you to guess how many sticks of butter my girlfriend bought.
You went away for a weekend.
For the weekend, we were at Walmart.
I mean,
by the way, we went to a Walmart just because it was like the closest thing to it.
Yeah.
And they don't even have a produce section. I don't know. I've never been food shopping at Walmart before. I don't know if that's universal. At this Walmart,
couldn't get
they're
anything
just
healthy?
like, they were like, you want a vegetable? Fuck yourself. They're like, we got the frozen cheeseburgers down the line.
I would think that on a weekend away, I don't even know why you need any butter at all.
Right.
So I think
Agreed.
anything,
I wouldn't have got butter.
I think anything over a quarter of a stick is too many.
So you got 8 sticks of butter.
Was it like 2 4-packs?
It was 2 4-packs.
So that's even crazier because if you went to like the butter aisle and there was just like, they only have like 8 sticks of butter. I need some butter. They only have 8. But she could have got one set of 4.
Could have got one
She
set
got
of
2
4.
sets of 4.
We joked about it all weekend. We're
She's
like,
probably putting them up your ass, bro.
like,
She was
what
probably
are
like,
you
these are for
doing?
cooking and these will be for his ass. I love she confronts the boyfriend and he said, "Don't ever ask me again about my butter activities." And he said, "Just look the other way on this one thing. It's not a big deal at the end of the day." I mean, first of all, that's the answer, right? Unless he's eating it.
I mean,
There's only one way you can make it disappear. It's either in your mouth or in your ass. If you're stuffing it down the drain, it's not going down the toilet.
I hope he's just sitting there hammering it down the shower drain.
Just pushing it.
Just like, I just need to control one thing in my life right now, and it's where this butter goes. It's just a stress thing.
You don't let me make any decisions. So guess what? I'm putting butter in the shower. You can't stop me, bitch.
Every night, just like how like a supervillain is made, where it's just like, nothing is going my way ever. No one respects me. I must do something. It's just shower. It's either that or genocide. He chose shower butter. This man's a hero.
It's the worst day. It's the worst part of every day for him. He's like, I gotta go fucking stick the butter down the drain or I'm gonna kill the cat.
Just so I can show everyone. Just so I can show me who's boss.
Just look the other way on this one thing, babe. I mean, he's definitely putting sticks of butter up his ass, which is crazy. She said, I don't think he's eating it because he's not overweight. Yeah, I mean, if you're eating a stick of butter a day in the bathroom, you'd be fat at least. There'd be evidence. Unbelievable. Let me rattle through a couple more here. I caught my girlfriend giving my dad a foot massage. 22-year-old female giving a 54-year-old father a massage. She gets up at 6 a.m. to do the cleaning in silence. I'm skipping ahead here, but me and my girlfriend have been dating for...
So you just really yada sex, I think.
It's really not. It's only like 2 sentences.
Well, like she gets up at 6 a.m. to clean? Why?
They moved in with the parents. She's made a point to help around the house because like they're kind of like squatting during the quarantine. So she gets up early to do the cleaning. This morning she woke me up as she left the room. I didn't think much of it. My mouth felt dry. I went down to get a glass of water. The guest room door was open. I opened it, saw my father laying on a chair by the bed with his feet up, and my girlfriend was sitting in front of him with her hands wrapped around his feet, both fully clothed. They looked back at me. I looked back, and I just quietly headed back to my room, locking the door. That's exactly what I would do. Be like, I don't know what this is. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to close the door. I'm going to open it back up and restart the day.
I'm not even acknowledging this fucking nightmare.
Absolutely not. I heard my girlfriend knocking on the door, telling me it was just a foot massage. It's not what I think. I heard my dad knocking too, calling me immature. Then I heard my mother, the mom's in the mix, come out for food. I mean, that's weird.
It's insane.
There's no platonic foot rubs.
Also, foot rubs suck. I don't know how to give a foot rub, so stop asking me to give foot rubs. I don't.
A very specific situation here.
No.
All of you people out there asking me.
No. It's not. That's not like something that gets asked a lot. But it's like it's actually even me who starts it, just because I know people like foot rubs.
Right.
And I'm just like, I just go like this.
Yeah, you would be terrible at it.
Especially
with those hooves ears.
I'm like, no, I'm not. Oh, my hands. Yeah. I was like, no, my hooves. Well, they're hooves too. But I just go like this. Yeah. What are you supposed to do? No,
you gotta knead, bro.
Dude, fucking knead.
I mean, that's what's good.
The kneading people knead.
Yeah.
But that hurts my thumbs.
Well, yeah, it's not fun to massage shit.
Are you gonna massage my thumbs afterwards?
Yeah, that's the thing is there's always one person in the couple who does the massaging, and it's not going to be me. Okay, I'm going to buy you shit. You're going to rub me. That's how this is going to work. That's the transaction here. Okay, I'll pay for dinner. You rub me. You scratch my head. That's all I fucking want in this world. Like it's not the same. Girls, a guy getting his head scratched there's no comparison for you. So don't even fucking try it. Just scratch my head and we'll have a happy. Seriously, scratch my head. We'll have a happy relationship. You don't even have to fuck me. Just scratch my head. It's that fucking important.
But also this is just completely insane. Obviously, you can't. It's not even a step. There's no. I don't know.
No,
next
yeah.
one. There's no savior. There's no savior. Fuck it. That's
This
over.
one,
It's done.
I'm gonna do this one. Maybe squeeze one more in because there's like 8 of them. We can't just keep this all the whole show. But this one is infuriating. My girlfriend, 25, repeatedly insists that I redo my proposal over and over. He's 24, she's 25. I proposed in late 2019 after 2 years together. Now that I'm thinking back on it, it wasn't the most well thought out or planned proposal. It was mostly spontaneous. It came when we were lying in bed. I didn't even have the ring at the time. At that time, I told my girlfriend said that she would love to marry me, but she had been looking forward to a more elaborate proposal. So he was like, all right, I'll get you. Like it was spontaneous, but I'll do the right thing. So a month later, he goes shopping for the perfect ring. He goes and gets some candles. She loved the ring, teared up with happiness. She said that she really appreciated my effort, but what she meant by more, quote, elaborate was something original that she could tell our kids about one day. She mentioned the name of one of her friends whose boyfriend proposed by making a huge video montage of their time together. I decided to start over, and in February, I planned a 3-night trip away in our favorite city. This time, I spared no expense. I ordered all the extras, the 5-star hotel, the photographer, an opera quartet. When I asked her to marry me, my girlfriend said yes. I thought it all went well. Except when we were alone again, she gently told me that she didn't think it was the right time because she was worried about the COVID-19 quarantine being part of the memory. Since then, I've carried around the ring with me everywhere I go. At this point, I've even tried to involve my girlfriend in some sort of proposal planning, asking how, where, when she'd like us to get engaged. However, she's told me that she doesn't exactly know what she's looking for. I'll just know the right proposal when it comes around. Last week, I thought I'd bite the bullet again. After cooking her a homemade meal, I asked her if she'd like to be my wife. She asked me if I was, quote, trying to propose, and I asked her what was wrong with that. Once more, she told me that she can't wait to marry me, but it's not quite the right proposal. We're on 4 fucking proposals. I could understand 1, like, all right, yeah, I kind of fucked that one up. And then 2, maybe it's like, hey, it's quarantine. 4?
Oh, you don't get 2.
Yeah.
The one in bed, and then, okay, I'll get you a ring and I'll propose with the ring.
Right.
After that,
take
it or leave it.
Fucking run for the fucking hills, man.
That's,
right?
I mean, she's just doing like the dinner meme, but with marriage proposals. Like,
what's the dinner meme?
Like, I don't know what I want to eat
Oh,
tonight.
right.
Like, I don't know when.
I'll
if you
know it
say
when it
the
hits
right
me.
place, I'll fucking watch what I want.
Right. It's like I'm not gonna sit here just guessing for fucking an endless, infinite amount of times.
That's you. I mean, you're just signing yourself up for life for that. You
Absolutely. I mean, that's one of those things.
Can't
It's like
have it.
you probably should legit be done.
Right.
You know?
Because if not, you're just co-signing. First of all, you're co-signing that behavior.
Right.
We can't do that. We have to tell our partners how we feel and say, guess what? You're making me feel inadequate. And I don't feel like I'm fulfilling your needs in a relationship, despite the fact that you keep telling me that I am.
Go off, King.
And it's time for you to either say, you've done the best you can, and I respect that.
And that's enough, or it's not.
And that's enough, or it's not.
So
enough.
you're either gonna have to make a decision, or I'm gonna have to make a
Motherfuckers
decision.
getting 5 quartets.
Opera quartets are not
I've
enough.
seen The Office. I know how much a quartet costs.
Yeah.
He just went with the fucking cello player or the bass player, whatever it was. He's going full quartet, sparing no expense. If that's not enough for you, I don't know what is.
And I mean, that's really like this
This is the
privileged
bullshit
shit.
of the whole fucking thing.
The whole system.
The whole
It's like we need to defund proposals, bro. We
Dude.
got to break down the whole system and rebuild it.
Let's not stop. I'm with all these systems. Once we get these ones down,
There's a couple pressing ones that we got to take care of first.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to the proposal and the
I'm trying
relationship
to cut the
problems.
line or anything, but at some point, the marriage system should be. Let's wait. Let's let college fail first. Let's
Yep.
let that bubble go.
Racism fixed, college gone,
But the police will work on that one.
political system,
but-
two-party democratic system's got to go.
Yeah, that's an issue
then
too.
it's time for the fellows to take the control back.
And then I'm tired of buying expensive rings and having expensive parties.
Crazy. Anybody who buys a real diamond and doesn't just fucking buy a fake one is nuts. There is no way you'd ever get caught. Unless your girlfriend's really crazy. I mean, like
going to get it checked out.
yeah. I mean, you got to be. Then you have your red
Yeah,
flag.
and then you can play like, oh, you don't trust me?
Right,
Card?
right. Psh, I'm not going to a jeweler to do that because it's fucking fake. Voicemail time. I got a couple more good Am I the Assholes, but I'll save it for next week. Voicemails today are brought to you by Stitch Fix. You can't go out to the stores. You can't go out shopping in all these during quarantine. So why not have high quality clothes delivered right to your door, picked out by stylish experts who know what your size is, what the trends are, and what you're looking for. Whether you're looking for casual, sophisticated, playful, however you dress, Stitch Fix has an expert personal stylist that can help you look your best. Personal style is like a fingerprint. Everyone has their own, so trying to buy stuff from a store or off the rack or the shelves, it just doesn't work. Stitch Fix is less one size fits all, more this fits your style. It delivers right to your door every month, and you get to keep what you like and don't keep what you don't like. You only pay for the items you keep. Everything else you can send back. You can keep every item. You can send every item back. You can mix and match. You can.
I'm a mix and matcher.
Yeah.
Usually, sometimes I'll keep the full box, but I'm a mix and matcher. These jeans are Stitch Fix though.
Oh, those are great.
Yep.
They
also
and honestly, even
they make my schwanz looks good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's a keeper. If you get those, you get good dick pants. You gotta keep them. Really, even if you get like one pair of pants out of like the first couple boxes, it's probably worth it. Because if you have a good pair of jeans that you wear like all the time, that's worth.
I have two Stitch Fix pairs of jeans that I probably had for 4 years now. Combined the two of them. So
even like that alone, like every time you get it, if you're coming up with a quality pair of jeans or like a jacket or accessory that you always use, it's worth.
Because it is like price. It's like when I go shopping, I don't have the confidence.
Right. It's
like
that
the way I dress might make you think, well, this guy thinks he's a dickhead.
Right.
But
definitely.
But there are a lot of times where I'm like, I don't know if I can pull that off.
But if it just got sent to you,
like
it's already here.
I can
I'm gonna pop it on.
Okay,
yeah.
I could do that.
It's also available for women and kids now. It's also available in the UK. Shipping and exchanges and returns are always free when you do want to return things. The only catch here is that if you want to get our discount, you got to keep the whole first box. But when you make your style preferences and they're delivering you your first few items, it's guaranteed to be a home run because they're going to hit you with the essentials and everything that you need. So go to stitchfix.com/KFC. You'll get an extra 25% off when you keep everything in that first box. The $20 styling fee is applied automatically towards anything you keep. Never have to worry about looking good again. stitchfix.com/KFC for an extra 25% off.
Hey, what's up, boys? So me and my buddy, we were talking at work about, like, if you could have one underrated superpower that, like, is so stupid, but it's great, what would it be? Our argument is, I said I would have, like, a 3-foot aura where, like, bugs couldn't touch me. You can sit out, like, on a summer night, no fucking
So this is a two-parter right here because we just talked about Tom Cruise on the rundown, who Thandie Newton, yeah. Thandie Newton is co-star on Mission Impossible, and the girl from Maeve from Westworld said that he has his superpower, his metabolism is so good that Tom Cruise can grow and get rid of pimples in like one sitting, in like a matter of one scene.
In the midst of filming a scene, she could watch a pimple grow, whitehead, and disappear. And that's insane, obviously, and makes me believe in Scientology.
Yeah, but it also gets you thinking about like what would be a good superpower that's not like superhuman strength or flight. Second part to the question, because this guy mentioned a bug zapper aura. Marty Mush hit me with the hypothetical the other day. Would you rather every time you leave the house, bug flying in your face, bothering you in your ear, can't get rid of it, or you get stung by a bee 20 times a year?
No. So he's changed the number since me. But he has asked me at one time too, and it was.
Did he move it down to 12?
It was 13.
Yeah, because we moved it down and we basically compared it to like getting your period for a girl. Like it was gonna have one shitty occurrence per month. I started at 20. I think 20 is way too. I got stung by a bee for the first time this past weekend. First time in my life. Stepped on it.
Oh, really?
People have been downplaying how much that hurts. It's a motherfucker. I was like, I have stepped on a nail. Like I have a hole in my foot. My foot got all red, swollen, and like the spot where the fucking stinger was turned like white and lumpy. I was like, well, we're gonna have to amputate. And it was like 15 minutes and it was gone. But that 15 minutes, I was like, my knees hurt, my body's hurt. It was crazy.
I got stung by a bee in the eye 3 days in a row as a child.
What? What?
One was at a gas station. One was at BCC, Bristol Community College, the pond. They had like these pull-up bars, and one was under there. I forget where the third one was, but it was 3 days in a row of like right here, and like my eyeball got stung like 3 times. It's one of the crazier feats I've accomplished in my day.
I mean, so your superpower should be like that bees can't get you because.
I honestly don't think it's happened since then.
Well, I
think
was going to say,
vaccine.
yeah, it's almost like getting chickenpox when you're young. Like, just let's get I would say the average human gets stung like 3 times in their lifetime. You got it all out of the way.
Yeah.
In your eyeball in 1 week. Jesus Christ, John. No wonder you're fucked. Anyway, best casual everyday superhero.
By the way, I went with bee stings for
Really?
13. It's just if a bug was flying in your face all day, every day,
You could get used to it.
but you might get. I don't think so because it's one of those things like a water dripping.
Yeah,
like
it
you might
drive
get
you
used to
crazy.
it, but
Chinese
it's
water
actually
torture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But and like also if you just think about like the times where you're just outside for so long. And there's no place to hide ever for
Yeah.
it. Like you're at a football game.
You're
at a baseball
that's
game.
your life basically.
And it's just
everywhere
like,
you go. Yeah.
fuck,
Yep.
fuck. All
Yep.
right. So you got to go with
Just
the
deal with
15
the
minutes of pain
All right.
once a month.
I mean, I'm coming off a fresh bee sting though. I ain't trying to get stung ever again, bro. Let alone 20 times a year. I mean, think about that. By the time I'm 40, by the time I was gonna say 75, 40 more years from now, I've been stung 800 times.
well, but you only okay. So another change he had for me then.
It's 1 year.
1 year for the first one,
Oh.
5 years for the bee stings. So it's once a month
Oh,
for 5 years for the bee stings, and just 1 year with the bug.
I mean, Marty's all over the fucking place, moving the fucking goalposts with his ocean walls and everything. Fuck you. I think a quality to tie it into earlier in the show, if you just automatically knew everyone's name, never forget a name. Don't even need to know. Don't even need to be introduced. I walk in, I'm just like, that's Nick, that's John, and I never forget.
That's a great one.
Because that's my one problem. You know, that's the one thing that me and a lot of people do is, and they fret over it and they have angst over it, and you just
that's a good answer.
never have to worry about it.
Shit. Fuck. I wish you didn't nail that so fast. I think that sense of direction. Nah.
You got the GPS now. It's like,
Yeah, it's not. I don't need it. I got it everywhere. Fuck. I need to have something here.
unlimited butter.
One superpower.
It's got to be ones at work, like to always know what your boss is thinking or what your boss is gonna do, or have the ability to like if you could snap your fingers and Dave would just like forget a certain thing. Dave's mad at you. You said this, just like, no, you don't.
I can catch emails.
Catch emails?
Yeah.
Like when you send them?
Yep. I can pull back emails.
You motherfucker.
Yeah. You can.
That should have been my answer.
I can pull back messages.
Yeah, text messages.
And
meetings.
it's honestly something I rarely want to do.
But when you do need it,
but when you do need it,
and honestly, I
would probably use it for the rest of my life. I'd probably use it under 5 times. But
you might get addicted to it though.
yeah, that's true.
Especially if it's like I can put the words back in my mouth. It's like every time you like spout off of the mouth, you're just like, let me rewind.
Right.
And I can just say the right thing. You would probably never get through a day. You'd probably just constantly be rewinding the whole fucking day. But either of those two things are going to get you out of a lot of trouble. So
Those are 2 great answers.
when you're running up against Sharams.
Thanks to you for both of them.
Next up.
Yo, KFC Fight Super Producer BC. I was driving home from work today, and I saw the strangest thing I've ever seen for sale in someone's yard. It was a casket. So, 2 questions. First, what's the weirdest thing you guys ever seen for sale in someone's yard? And 2, what do you think is the story behind this person selling a casket in their yard?
I changed my mind. I no longer want to be cremated. I would like to be
Displayed
in a casket
on the front lawn.
No, I don't want to be displayed. I just want to be buried in a random casket. Like I want to be the second person buried in a casket.
Throw me in.
like, all right, Grandpa's been dead for long enough. Let's sell that casket. Dig him up. We can get Grandpa out, clean up the inside. Johnny's turn.
He's like dust anyway. He's not taking up much space. Just toss him in.
You vacuum him up.
By the way, did you know that? What's her name? Eliza's sister
Liza who?
from Hamilton.
Oh,
Angelica.
Angelica.
He got buried next to Angelica.
Yeah, I did know that.
What a jacked up situation that is. The whole thing really takes away from the song of Helpless, where it's like all this love, and it's like he was fucking the wrong sister.
Fucking everybody and the wrong person.
And then you get buried next to the other one.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. But sure, throw me in there with Grandpa. I don't know if this might be not funny. If this is like a COVID thing where it's like, you know, like I heard stories of like my brother-in-law's like friend got like his body got like dropped off at the house because it was like there was not funeral homes taking.
You said
it
it was for sale though.
Is it for sale or is it just like on the lawn?
Look, if you
Yeah,
just
it's during a yard sale.
yeah,
okay, that makes it a lot better because I heard a story about like it was a body in a box that like they were like we don't know what to do with this.
bro. What about if like I mean that's you got to bring it inside at the very least.
He was a bigger guy. Like they like did not know what to do.
Like what is if someone like if my mom got dropped off on the front lawn, like fucking Amazon, I was like I'll get it. I got the doorbell. I'll get it in a minute. Right?
Like you put in the notes, just leave it at the front door.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm looking for
I'll tell you
contactless
this
delivery
right now. Whoever it is, I'm giving it a solid hour of like Googling what I can do, and then I'm setting it on fire. I am not having a dead body decomposing on my front step. That's some white trash shit. The only thing worse than having a fucking coffin for sale at your tag sale is having a dead body on your front step. So let's go back to the yard sale because that's hilarious. How do you have a coffin for sale? Like unless you were like, I'm terminal, I'm gonna die, bought a coffin, and then you survive, and it's like, well, I got this coffin.
I mean,
and what do you,
I
and
feel
by the
like-
way, what
I
do you
feel like-
sell a coffin
Like
for?
when you buy a coffin, you buy it on layaway. Not even layaway, but like
when you need it,
like
you know.
you charge me when it's time.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
I come pick it
it's a
up.
reservation.
But when dude, by the way, my girlfriend was watching Unsolved Mysteries, the new Netflix
The reboot,
show,
yeah.
and was it the reboot? And this dude was talking about.
You don't know Unsolved Mysteries from
I
your
mean, I knew
childhood?
the phrase, but I just thought it was a phrase.
No, it's a fucking heater of a show. I'll be honest, the Netflix one's not great.
That's that's the
But
review I
there
got.
are it's like it's getting a lot of tips. Like they're solving cases because of it.
But
it's not
the guy in it, I don't know. So she was just texting me videos, so I don't know what the story is about or how he got there.
Right.
But this old guy, they found his wife's remains, and he made them lay out her skeleton as anatomically correctly as possible, and then had them leave the room so he could dance with her skull. And I was like, this is a crazy video I've ever seen. And then once she was cremated, he slept in bed with her for like 3 years.
I'll tell you two things that's gonna happen. That guy is gonna murder someone.
Oh, she thinks that he's the one who did it.
I think your girlfriend's gonna murder someone.
Oh, yeah.
She is so in on that shit.
Dude, oh,
she
is for sure.
loves it. She is a serial killer. She has killed and she will kill
she'll
again.
She'll tell you as much. She'll just like, yeah, this is unbelievable. I'm just taking notes the whole time.
If you're dancing with a skull and sleeping with a body, you're a fucking. I don't care. I'll tell you this much. Maybe one day I find love again. I ain't gonna love anybody that much. I don't care what kind of connection you have. That ain't fucking happening. But I got to imagine the resale on a coffin is just trash.
Yeah.
You know what's terrible? The ring. If you're ever reselling an engagement ring, they're like, well, we know what happened here, and we know you don't need this fucking thing, so we'll give you like a Doge coin on the dollar for this one.
You get the GameStop, $4 for a Grand Theft Auto. Like, I just walked out the door 2 seconds ago. Like,
Right.
nah, $4.
That's a coffin right there. It's like you bought it for like $6,500, and we'll give you $65 for this thing.
What's the phrase? If it flies, dries, floats, or fucks, rent don't lease.
Yep.
Diamond rings too.
Diamond rings
Diamond rings.
and coffins.
Yeah.
If you bury it, you put it on your ring, you fly it, you float it, fucking rent it. Don't buy it. I mean, that has got to be an all-time that's borderline Craigslist furniture. You don't have to pay me, you just have to come get it.
Yeah,
Just
right,
get
right,
this
right.
coffin off my property. Fucking care.
Yeah, you call up, what's his name? Call up
Breckin Meyer. Call up Breckin
Call
Meyer.
up Breckin Meyer and be like,
We got a new bed for you, bro.
bud, got a bed. Got a bed.
That's the weird. That's low key the weirdest story that we have ever like. He's just like, yeah, man, I slept in coffins.
Fucked in coffins.
Yeah, like
It's
you
yeah, I
need
fucked
to
in high
be
school.
locked
Like,
away.
What do you mean you fucked in high school? You said you slept in a coffin in high school. I did both.
It's my bed and where I fuck. All right, time for our interview. Big interview. We got Max Greenfield on, aka Schmidt from New Girl.
I was so excited for this interview.
And it's not just it's not a TV thing. It's a Podfathers thing. He's a great dad. He's a funny dude. We talk about bromance. We talk about kids. I mean, we touched them all in this interview. And it's brought to you by Caviar. The Caviar app is high quality, high society, but also everyman type of delivery. Because that's really I really feel like in recent years, like I feel like there used to be you either ate well or you ate like trashy, and then there's a lot of in between now. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like I feel like you used to eat like Pizza Hut or you ate like margarita pizza. Now it's like normal people can get a margarita pizza. You know what I mean? I'll eat the truffle burger or whatever.
And sometimes I'll eat Pizza Hut.
Right, I like it all. Sometimes I want to go up, sometimes I want to scale down, and that's what Caviar does. You can get, like I said, the margarita pizza with the fresh mozzarella, or you can get the double cheeseburger. You can get exactly what you want. If you don't feel like cooking, if you want just something easy delivered to your door, you want your favorite restaurant, you can't leave right now. Maybe you got, the kids are asleep. Maybe the place is a mess. You don't want to go out. Maybe you got work to do. Whatever it is, you want to get delivery. There's an app for that. It's Caviar. Stay home. Don't worry about what's in your fridge. Don't worry about cooking and cleaning afterwards. Caviar will deliver everything you need, quality meals with the convenience of in-app ordering. A lot of delivery apps are out there, but Caviar is the go-to place to find local restaurants that can be delivered right to your doorstep. Available in 25 major U.S. cities. Plenty of options to choose from. You can get the food you actually want. From breakfast tacos to falafel sandwiches, you can get quality food on the go, whatever you're in the mood for on Caviar. So right now, download the Caviar app, use the promo code KFC at checkout, and you'll get a $10 discount on any order of $20 or more. Download Caviar on the App Store or the Google Play Store. Use promo code KFC when you check out for $10 off any order of $20 or more. That's Caviar, promo code KFC.
Harry, oh, look at you. You
Look at that stash.
That's a nice stash you got there.
I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
We've been interviewing a lot of people in quarantine, and I've had the better stash out of most, and not you.
Well, you've got some stuff going down here too.
You
not grow above there?
What's that?
Do you not grow above there, or is that groomed?
Not at all. Nothing.
Yeah,
No
he gets like patches, and it just looks like it's a disaster.
Horrible.
Yeah, so that's a beard for you.
Well, what he was doing for a while was curling it, and he became like a cartoon villain almost, and that was a thing. But you've got a whole look to you going on. I feel like you're kind of like a hipstery mixologist, Brooklyn bartender type of like tough. I like it.
Oh, please. What I'm really going for, if I do this, it's like an 80s baseball card.
Yeah, that's even better. Yeah. I like that.
It's like a Ron Guidry.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is, but I laughed anyway.
No, Ron Guidry's spot on. That's a great one. I like that look.
I think to the novice, it's a Don Mattingly look, but
there you go. All right.
To an expert,
is Guidry a Yankee?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so fuck him.
Unbelievable baseball cards. Some tops, close-ups that are just. This is flaring out. I just took a shower, so it's a little wet, but when it's dry, it really gets some.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
You were looking when quarantine first started, and you were teaching your daughter. You were helping teach her with the Zoom classes.
Yeah.
You were looking cool as hell. Like you looked really. You had the beanie on. I remember in one of them, and I was like,
cold.
What's that?
It was cold.
I was just like, look, I was like, fuck, Max looks awesome here. Max looks really good.
I originally started just growing the beard, and then everybody was like, don't touch your face. And it was getting itchy.
Yeah. It's not easy. It's not, you got to push through that.
Yeah, this feels like it's not good for my health. Like my beard might kill me. So I shaved it, and then I was like, well, I shouldn't shave the whole thing. And now I have a mustache. And then I left the mustache. And my wife and kids hated it, which made me like it even more.
Yeah, then you double down on it. Then it's sting, kids. Yep.
Do you have any about the mustache? Obviously, Nick did not like the mustache in New Girl. Does it make you think of that at all?
Well, Jake and I are still really close, and we talk often. And I just hosted a online Comic Con panel for his new show, Hoops. Which is going to be on Netflix. It's really funny. But I moderated the thing, and so we all got onto the Zoom, and he just gave me shit for the whole half hour about my mustache.
That was the least believable part of New Girl. I was like, the stash looks great on him. There's no way anyone would dislike this, and he did not care for it.
I think network television was not ready for a stash. Like I think they had Selleck on Blue Bloods, and then that was all the room they had.
That was the scene when you're putting in your mustache, the suntan lotion, that was like, all right, I see what they're doing. They're trying to make me think it's bad because it's great. And they're just trying to make it look gross. That was tough to see. And now when I wax it up, and there's still a little white in it, that's all I think about.
Oh, you really do have a little bit of twirl.
Oh, I can get it going next. Like, look at that. Come on.
He looks like we've been saying the bad guy from Frosty the Snowman. The cartoon who's trying to get Frosty to melt. He's got this evil, twisted up mustache, and he's leaning into it. It's creepy.
I thought about going in that direction in the beginning, and then I go, well, this is going to be too much work. And then it was growing too much this way. And I was like swallowing some of it, and I was like, "This is." I don't know how to like groom this properly to get to the place where I can do this. So I'm just gonna like.
Dude, I go with straight up scissors. I just have scissors that I'm terrified I'm gonna cut my lip open with.
Why you put scissors that close to your mouth? I don't understand.
Look, you put trimmers close to like more important things in your mouth.
That's true.
And you just kind of go with it. You can make it work.
Unbelievable the risks we take as men.
It's really hard out here, you know, being a male in this world. It's just tough, you know.
It's tough, man. We have to put clippers and scissors.
I'm a little annoyed with you, to be perfectly honest. You set the bar way too goddamn high for parenting during quarantine. It was a fatherhood tour de force that you were putting on with your daughter, who is wildly talented, by the way. She's a special one, man. You got one on your hands that I think is going to go on to big things. But I mean, everyone else is just like drowning and trying to stay alive and like not kill their kids. And here you are with this funny, great series where you're a good dad and everyone loves it. You're a real son of a bitch.
Well, think of it like this. You know how on Sports Center they only show the highlights?
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. That makes me feel a little better. All right. Good.
I like how you didn't say anything after that. You're just like,
yeah, we know
what I'm saying.
Those videos are 40 seconds. Our homeschooling sessions were about 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah, I mean, it really was a wild time, though. Like for people who work and their childcare was not on the table anymore, and it was just like, I don't know, figure it out. You got to do all of it now. There's a lot of people who are really not, I mean, most of us are not prepared or ready to do that. And I mean, everybody just had to kind of figure out how to make ends meet, really.
Yeah, totally. And especially if you have multiple kids. Like I was lucky in that we have a son, but we just let him off. He just, we let him off to do whatever. He'll be fine.
It honestly sounds like you have like 2 puppies and like one lives inside and one's an outside dog. We just let him roam, whatever.
Well, my son is almost 5. And my wife and I were very clear, look, there's going to be some real damage to him, but he's young enough that later on we can fix that. There's time to sort of Lily, who's 10 and in 4th grade, I think 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, specifically 3rd and 4th are really tough grades because, you're sort of learning how to learn up to that point, and then they're giving you this material, and specifically in 4th grade where it's like, all right, well, this is a transition year into 5th grade where the work is yours and there's not a lot of time to catch up.
Right.
And, Lily, God bless her, what a performer she is. Reading and math are not exactly there's like a really beautiful school down the street. Like you could walk to the school from our house. It's this beautiful private school, and it's like, it's known for being extraordinarily academic. And Lily knows, and we all talk about it. You're like, see that school? Get a good look. As close as you're getting.
That's it.
There's a theater school down the street. That one's great. This one
ain't happening.
Get a good look is unbelievable.
Take a picture, babe. That's as close as you're ever going to get.
Yeah, and she'll be like, why? I go, do you want to do 3.5 hours of homework? And she's like, no, get me to any other school.
That's like my dad went to Boston College, and I always wanted to go there when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And we'd go to football games and stuff like that. And by the time I hit like middle school, he was like, enjoy these games. Yeah, you're not going to be in the student section, dude.
So did you
I got waitlisted.
Oh, all right. No, not totally denied. All right, good man. So you got the dad's mission, which is kind of like putting this all together and teaching people, how to get through parenthood and fatherhood.
Yeah. The guys who created the initial product that we're launching, this dad's energy drink, which is great, had come to me and sort of pitched me this idea and really early on. And I was like, this totally lines up with everything I'm trying to do and everything that you guys are trying to do. And it feels really organic. And so, what we're trying to do is create the first dad-centric, dad-based product line. Mm-hmm. And so much of our mission is to just create a community that supports dads and supports their involvement with their kids and kind of just like gives all of us a place and a say and support in just like getting through this. And at this time specifically, I mean, that's really all I'm looking for.
It's funny how much of a lack there really is. Like when I was first having kids, as I was like preparing to be a dad.
How many kids do you have?
I got two. I have a 4-year-old daughter and an almost 3-year-old son.
Oh, amazing.
And I remember reading this book. No shade to the author, but it was called Dude, You're Gonna Be a Dad. And it was like, this is dad for guys, like dad for bros. And like, we're going to teach you. And I opened it up and it was like the least relatable and like just generic book ever. So I started a series of podcasts here called The Podfathers, which was like all the guys at Barstool who all had kids. At that point, there was only 3 of us. Now there's a few more. And we were the ones who were doing episodes that were like, dude, you should have seen last night. It was a shit show. I didn't know what I was doing. And, like the real deal, because I think sometimes people are a little afraid to say like how hard it is or how in over their head they are or whatever. And I think it's important to like be honest about it. Like it's awesome and it's rewarding, but at times it's fucking hard and it's crazy. And, being honest about it and presenting it in a way that guys like you, me, and everyone else can understand, I think is so important.
Yeah. And I think like, we were doing an interview the other day and they were like, so what kind of advice can you give us about being a dad? And I go, I wish someone would give me some advice. Right. I have no idea. And I think that's why like what we're doing is hopefully or feels important to me because it's just a support thing. Like it really is. We're just doing the best I can't tell you how many times I've looked at my kids and be like, I'm doing the best I can. I don't know. I just...
and the women, moms have that motherly intuition. And
their engines are stronger.
Yeah, they just know and it's inherent. And they also are just like smarter and work harder. And like everything about being a woman is better towards like taking care of kids.
I've never seen my wife do this. No.
Yep, 100%. They don't get frazzled. They like their gut usually tells them the right thing. I don't know. My gut tells me like you're having cookies for dinner tonight. I don't fucking know. I'm just making it up as we go.
Oh my God. The amount of times that I'm like, we'll stand in the kitchen and my daughter will come in and be like, hey Dad, can I have this? And I'll go, yeah, sure. And my wife will go, fuck you, what? No.
Can I ask you both a question then?
Yeah.
Huh?
Can I ask you both a question? Why?
Why have kids?
Yeah, like sell me on it.
I can't.
Everyone is always like, I don't like it's hard and it's awful. And like I'm trying to budget. I'm trying to figure out what my budget could be if I move into a nicer apartment. I don't even, and it's hard for me. It's really hard. I don't know what I would do if like it's like, oh, by the way, you have another human you have to care for.
Are you married?
No.
Let's start there, man.
We got a long way to go.
Once you get married, you get convinced.
I'm not like pitching you to go to like, I think you should just go to Foot Locker today and pick up the new Jordans.
I would do that. That would be an easy pitch.
It is a hard thing though. Well, I don't know. I find that I don't often pick up the phone and call my buddies or tell a story on the podcast when it's like a good one. I'm rarely ever like, I had a really like sweet moment with my kids last night where we connected and it was fun. Cause I find the funnier stories and the better stories to be like when shit's going off the rails. So they always hear like the horrible things from me. But I thought what you did with Lily was great, where it was like, this is some really touching stuff. Like you're seeing the good side of it. And yeah, maybe at times it's funny or difficult or you're like frazzled. But for the most part, it was like, this is the good side of it.
Yeah, I mean, what we were trying to do is like we would take a moment from. Well, initially it started like I wasn't one of these people who was like, I'm going to put my kid front and center on my Instagram page. Mm-hmm. But it was so the idea of being her teacher and being thrust into this situation that, none of us have seen before was so overwhelming and honestly scary that I was like, this feels like what social media should be about, where you are isolated and alone and you have the ability to reach out to people through the internet and just be like, hey man, so this is happening. This is fucking weird and I'm real scared. Let's see how this goes. And then we got a huge reaction to it. And we were like, we should keep going. And then it sort of morphed into these videos where we would take like a funny moment that happened, during our sessions and then film it in a way. And she was so good at it. But they were all like based on these real moments. And then we would throw it up and just hope that people would relate to it. And they did overwhelmingly.
Was there any trepidation about putting, I know some parents are like, I don't put my kid, like you just said, I'm not going to put my kid on social media. Some people get like almost scared about it, especially being famous and in the spotlight. Was there any concern about like putting her out there, or was it all? Yeah,
totally. A little bit. And then, there was also a part of me, like she's old enough to where she knows what Instagram is. And she's like, she loves TikTok and is on all this stuff. And so she's
you've got to be the coolest kid at school right now. Right?
I mean, what is school anymore?
Well, not school. Yeah, the coolest kid on the block. I mean, she's Instagram famous.
I think for like 5 minutes, and then after that, she was like, "Nah, I don't care."
Yeah. Beautiful. The innocence is so perfect.
Yeah, she really like it. Does it every once in a while? Somebody be like, "Oh my god, I love your videos." She's like, "Oh yeah, those things."
Is she old enough to? Does she watch New Girl at all? Has she like seen that, and does she understand what?
I tried to show her a little bit. It really is too inappropriate for her. But
one day,
you wanted to see a little bit of it, and then I think she was just like, I don't know.
Dude, you need to teach her because Max, and I'm being dead serious about this. I think it's in the pantheon of sitcoms. I think I don't even think it's a crazy thing to say anymore. I think I feel like in the last 3 years, maybe it's become like a massive thing. And I think it's up there with like with The Office, Parks and Rec. So like when I go to bed, I put on a show and I close my eyes and I kind of like, watch it. And the 4 shows I do it with are Sunny, The Office, Parks and Rec, and New Girl.
That's company right there.
Yeah, I mean, we had a really interesting shift. I think we were one of the first shows on Netflix. And then we just sat there for a while and people started like going, oh, okay. And now it lives there. And it's so funny because now I'm on the show The Neighborhood, which has been an incredible experience and I love. But you can totally tell the difference between somebody who's approaching you and is a fan of The Neighborhood and somebody who's a fan of New Girl. And the people who come up to you who love New Girl are like have this, like their eyes are like this, and it feels like they just binged it that weekend, all 7 seasons. And they'll be like, we love it. And I'm like, I don't even have to ask what show.
Josh Gad, we had Josh Gad on the other day. And I was asking him about Bear Claw, and he's like, dude, I get recognized in the street more as Bear Claw than anything else in the world. He's like, I did 2 episodes, like I don't know if it was whatever it was. But he's like, I was on that show for like 40 minutes total, as in like acting time, not even screen time. And he's like, people run out to me in the street and they're like, oh my god, it's Bear Claw.
And that's a guy, he's been Book of Mormon and like Beauty and the Beast, like major things. And he remembers the 2 minutes on New Girl. It's crazy.
Well, it's great. That's like what I think Paul Rudd would say that about when he was on Friends.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was on. I'm not a Friends guy. That's why obviously I didn't have it in my pantheon. I've never seen Friends. I don't dislike it. I'm not
You think it's weird that people on the internet are like, if they haven't seen a show, they're like, it's the worst? Kind of like me and Kevin with The Wire.
The Wire, it's not that I haven't seen it, it's that I watched it and I don't like it, which I know is blasphemy to say. I think it's weird when people haven't watched it at all and say that it's bad. Then how could you possibly know? But yeah, I've watched it and I don't like it. And I'm done apologizing for it, Max. I'm done apologizing.
I don't know that I ever got. The Wire is one of those shows where I'm like, one day.
Yeah, well, that's also hard too. It's old enough now that it's like I'll get to it after I binge the new this and the new true crime and the new documentary, and then you never really get it. What are you watching right now? What do you watch?
Well, I have a real issue where, and this goes back to parenting, where it's so all in at all times, all day, where I'll get to I'll like my wife and I are like getting everybody down, and then it's around 9 o'clock where my daughter's going to bed. I'm like just settling into bed. My wife gets into bed. The dog gets into bed, and we're like, let's watch something. Here we go. And no matter what, and this is not like a knock on any show that we've tried.
Awesome.
Within 5 minutes, I'm out.
Yep. Yep.
I'm asleep at 9:15. There's
What?
no.
What are you, Tom Brady? Dude, I'm at 9:15.
Understand, 9:15 when you just ran around and put kids to bed might as well be 4 a.m.
Look, you're
I've
making
tried to watch Knives Out 12 times.
Max Greenfield has spent $200 on Knives Out.
For real. I'm like, they keep telling me this is a good movie, and like at some point I'm like, I want to see what happens at the end because it's a mystery. But at the same time, I'm like, I can't fucking it's just so much talking, and then you're just like,
It's great. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, you should start it because it's unbelievable.
That's what everybody keeps telling me. I keep falling asleep though.
I went to see it in theaters twice. I don't go to the movies a lot. I saw that in theaters 2 times.
It is a good one. You won't regret it.
I got a question for you. Who do you think are the best bromances of all time for TV? Because I think Nick and Schmidt are one. Is there anyone you think that's close?
Give me some other ones, and I'll tell you. It's not something I think about daily.
Neither me. I was also thinking. I couldn't think of a.
I love the Sunny. Now that you bring up the Sunny guys are great,
but they're not bromance. They're all frenemies. Which, by the way, I hate the word bromances. I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
Just tell your friends you love them.
I understand what you're saying.
And then I also.
Well, the fights you haven't seen this, but Joey and Chandler popped up from Friends. Troy and Avid from Community.
Oh, that's a good one.
JD and Turk from Scrubs.
Another great one.
This is a little reality.
What about Riggins?
Riggins
and Street.
Yeah, that's a good one. Sean and Gus from Psych. I know you're a big Psych guy.
Oh, another great one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading I feel pretty strong about our chances in that group.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Michael and Dwight have kind of a funny one from the office.
No, that's not a bromance. That's a fucking power relationship.
I don't know.
It's Nick and Schmidt are the fucking like 2 most realistic, closest, like actual friendship I've ever seen portrayed in my.
The list I just ran through was 15 bromances, and I mean, not one of them sniffed you guys. So
if you put us, the only thing I'd say is if you put us together now. It's almost worse than it in real life. It's almost worse than it is or was on the show.
Really? In what sense?
We've gotten dumber and older and almost like maintained a little bit of our character and relationship from the show. It's the weirdest relationship.
Well, I mean, you guys are absolute morons on the show. So if you're dumber now,
well, no, Schmidt's not. Nick is. Nick is
an absolute
fella.
Dumber in real life.
So what is the dad's product line exactly? Like what can we get? And
so we're starting off. The idea is to really build it out, but we started off with this energy drink that's all plant based. It's like a healthy alternative to I don't want to name any other products, but like these energy drinks where You dump it in some water, and it's like a great alternative to coffee or whatever you're doing. I've been having them every afternoon. They're great.
Honestly, replacing the coffee would be huge for me. I'm not a coffee guy. And when I had kids, everyone was like, you're going to have to be a coffee dude because you just need it. And I was like, I really don't want to. I don't like it, and I don't want to like choke it down. So if you're anything like me, this would be perfect for you.
Yeah, I know a lot of dudes who have it first thing in the morning, and it's great.
It's like I don't have to do the cocaine anymore. I can just skip that.
I did coffee the other day, and it was worse. I did coffee the other day.
Everyone says he did coffee. I was doing some coffee, you know.
That's true. I'm not a coffee guy. I had coffee, and I don't understand how people drink it. I was up for like 36 hours, something like that. When I was trying to sleep, I closed my eyes, and I could feel my eyes darting around, like in my head. I was like, I can't go to bed right now. It was 3:30 in the morning. I couldn't fall asleep. People who drink coffee are nuts to me. Nuts.
Well,
before we let you go, Max, I have a few quick questions.
Shoot.
One, do you know how to play True American? I see that wine back there.
I do not.
Is there a way to play True American? Because it went viral the other day, recently on TikTok. It was like, here are the rules.
I think there is a way to play it because apparently a bunch of people have played it. I'm not sure of those rules.
Okay, so there's no way to play it. Two, who should have Nick ended up with?
Schmidt.
Oh, good answer. I think it's Reagan, but Schmidt's a good answer as well. Three, did you know a broken penis was a thing before it happened to you?
Is it a real thing?
Oh, man. I was hoping you were going to say that because guess what? We've interviewed Dennis Rodman, who broke his penis 3 times.
3 times. Thrice.
You think that's true?
Oh, I mean, if you know the worm, if you ever get a chance to talk to Dennis Rodman, it's very true. He said, I mean, I think of it as like 1 time is a crazy mishap. 2 times you're just being straight up reckless. 3 times you don't deserve to have a penis anymore. You should just get it taken away.
Did he break it in the line of duty in action?
He said he had a woman run across the room. He sat down. He was sitting down. She ran and jumped, and the idea was that he was going to go inside, and he did not land correctly and snapped it and blood and the whole 9. Yeah.
I don't know if he got the cast like you did. By the way, that's one of my favorite scenes when you say friendship, pure, unadulterated friendship while you're getting scratched. That's a 10 out of 10 scene. It's, but I don't think Dennis got the cast, the full shebang.
We thank you, dude. And the videos have been awesome. They've honestly been as like inspirational as they are funny. And I think the dad's line is coming from a guy himself who's like always looked for normal guy stuff for dads. It's a great idea. So be on the lookout for the energy drink. And obviously New Girl is incredible in the neighborhood now. So everything's great, man. Thanks so much for coming by.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you very much, Max.